It's another scorcher, heat wave, and I don't mean Martha Reeves and the Vandellas. But let's do what I've done every other day of the year so far. Go fishing. I am lure fishing, mini jigging to be precise. There's the setup, as I always say or often say. You can check out all the individual items in the blog post, but the business end, small fish. There's the jig head, 0.7 gram, and I'm working it through mostly the margins. Will I get a fish though? That's the question, isn't it? Sure I will. It's always nice to get the first one on the bank. I'm fishing alongside lilies, so obviously fish holding areas. Location's always important, isn't it? If you can see the rod tip there, if I back off slightly, the movement, just to make sure that lure is working in the water. You don't just cast out something like that and reel it in, because you will have very little success. What you are trying to do is to provoke the fish into taking your lure. It might be hungry, therefore it thinks it's another fish, its next meal, but sometimes it might not be so hungry. Therefore, perch, being predators, you're trying to provoke it. Sounds cruel, doesn't it? But it's not. It's not the same as provoking another person. Look at it as trying to tempt the fish. That's probably a better description. I'm getting a few nibbles. It's not exactly hectic this morning, but the conditions perhaps aren't ideal either. Having said that, when are they ideal? Just go fishing anyway. If you're waiting for perfect conditions, you won't be going fishing very often, and then when you do, you might end up disappointed. The best thing, as I do, is go anyway. And actually, you could be in for a nice surprise, a very pleasant one, because you thought it would be a day that you would struggle. However, you ended up with a good catch. Fishing in a heat wave, again, it's about the conditions, and whether it's a storm or very heavy rain, slippery banks, etc. that come with it, snow, and issues with mobility when it's icy. It's all about being responsible and taking responsibility for your own actions. I mentioned a few weeks back now about not becoming the nanny state of angling, giving people advice on how to fish in a heat wave or when not to go out, tutting if people do venture out when they shouldn't be, in my view, or your view, or whoever it is talking about these things. Of course, it's about being responsible, and that's why I've got that big tree behind me. It's very pleasant indeed, actually. The position where I am in regards to where the sun is at the moment and the tree between us, it's very nice indeed.